You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. As you enter into the chat, double tap the like button on your way in. Double tap the like button on your way in. If you want to support the work, the Cash App is pinned to the top of your screen. Hello to the mods, members, and to those in the chat room. Be respectful. You could agree to disagree. If you get out of pocket, my moderators will block you. So I appreciate those who will be tuning in, who will be watching the afterplay. Do me a solid favor. Double tap the like button on your way in. Now we're going to get to the topic of this glaze, Hakeem Jeffries. A few days ago, we'll get to that, and then we're going to get to the recent one. Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumacher, because he likes to mock people, decided to get other constituents of their party to have the shutdown. You see, oftentimes it's people that look like this who love to see everybody have nothing. Yes, there are racists and other people, yet the main top conspirator of racists is people that look like me. Yet they of the devil. This is why you can't go by skin tone. You got to go by the character, and you got to test the spirit of the people, because you're going to realize people that may not look like you, for the most part, is cheering for you. People that look like you ain't cheering for you. And everybody could agree with that. And it's one of the reasons why we're going to have this conversation about this glaze, who's talking about, I'm for the people, I'm for the people. No, he's for his own pockets. He's for his own pocket. Hakeem Jeffries is the representation of New York, and we see New York is going down the toilet. A once beautiful, prosperous city, prosperous state is no longer even in the top 50 of greatness. Other countries are looking better than New York City. That's how bad New York City has become. So without further ado, let's get to the clip. A few days ago, and then we're going to get to the recent one.
We just heard from House Speaker Mike Johnson about the potential for a government shutdown happening later tonight. Joining us right now to discuss it all is House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. And sir, thank you for being with us today. I'm not sure if you heard what Leader Johnson had to say on some of these issues, but if you didn't, I'll kind of give it back to you. He said that this is a clean, continuing resolution that's been put forth. It's the same thing that the Democrats voted for 13 times under Biden, that this would keep the House open. You could continue, would keep the government open. You could continue to negotiate. And he said that this is being done for pure politics, for Chuck Schumer's backside, I think were his exact words.
What are you going to say about that, Jeffries? I know you and Chuck represent that particular state in New York, and it's going down the trenches. Listen to the moderators. Moderators, if you're in the chat, do me a kindly favor. If anybody be disrespectful, block them. Block them, block them, block them. No timeout. Block them. hide them, because a lot of people will be eventually coming in. So if you ain't busy, block them, because I'm going to concentrate on the content. I appreciate my moderators. Eventually, we'll talk behind the scenes on certain things that we're going to do, because I appreciate y'all making sure the show goes smoothly. So I kindly ask you, if you ain't busy, shout out to my married moderators, whether it's a man or a woman. Shout out to those who may not be in a relationship, holding it down for the channel. I appreciate that. I kindly ask you respectfully, if you ain't busy, just make sure the chat is clean, no cussing, no disrespectful. Block them. I'm not entertaining them. I'm going to concentrate on the content. Now we're going to entertain this glazing shine, Hakeem Jeffries. All right. Thank you. Let's continue.
Words on this. Would you care to respond to that, sir?
Well, that's all a lie. It's not a clean continuing resolution. In December of last year, Democrats and Republicans actually passed a bipartisan bill that was signed into law by President Joe Biden and also had the blessing of then President-elect Donald Trump. That is the actual.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Hakeem Jeffries. Are you implying Trump agreed to this and now you don't agree to this? Is that what you're saying? Let's rewind this back. Let's listen to what this Glaze Ox has to say.
Bipartisan bill that was signed into law by President Joe Biden and also had the blessing of then President-elect Donald Trump. That is the actual baseline of a bipartisan agreement. What the Republicans are attempting to continue at this point in time is a March partisan Republican spending bill that Democrats in the House of Representatives overwhelmingly rejected because we viewed it as an attack on veterans, an attack on child care, an attack on housing affordability, and an attack on the health care of the American people. It's not a bipartisan spending agreement. It was a Trump partisan spending agreement. And we've been very clear as Democrats that we are ready, willing, and able to try to find a bipartisan path forward to reach a spending agreement that actually meets the needs of the American people.
You're saying that, yet the bill says otherwise. You're saying this, you're saying that, you're talking this, you're talking that, yet otherwise. You're not making sense of what you're saying. We don't take you seriously, Hakeem Jeffries. You're just talking up a good storm that people that don't have a mind thinking you for the people. You ain't for the people.
In terms of their health, their safety, and their economic well-being, particularly in an environment where the cost of living in this country is already too high, America is too expensive, and Republicans haven't lowered costs. Costs are increasing.
Wait. How is you going to skip the fact that Biden administration has raised a lot of things to appease to other people? He wasn't appeasing to the American people. Now that Trump is doing what the American people is asking him to do, y'all have an issue with that. You look like Mom Ra the clown. You look like Mom Ra the clown. You are so facetious, so disrespectful. He look like Mom Ra the clown, y'all. For real. Let's go.
But we will not support a partisan Republican spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people.
How is the health care is going to mess up the American people? No, you want to see the American people messed up. You projecting.
He said on the health care front that there is room for negotiation with the ACA, but he said that that deadline is not until December 31st, when the existing tax benefits would fall off. He says that that should be negotiated separately and that they won't do it while there's a shutdown of the government. He also went on to say that this is in writing and from the Democrats, that they want health care for illegal immigrants to be part of this. They want to gut $50 billion that was included in the big, beautiful bill for rural hospitals, and that they want money there for corporate public broadcasting as part of this, too.
What you got to say about that? Are you going to deny it? The woman asked you a question. Are you going to deny it? Because that look that you're giving right now at this appointed time tells it all. Matter of fact, I'm going to use that as my thumbnail while we at it. I'm going to use that as my thumbnail while we at it. Okay. Back to the content.
The one big ugly bill represented the largest attack on Medicaid in American history.
How's that? How is that? Explain how is that making it harder for people to get coverage? You're lying. It's more coverages for the American people in Trump's administration than any other administration that we ever dealt with. There's more people getting more help to soften the blow. For the most part, people are getting more help than ever before. You're saying that your jurisdiction ain't getting help because you're not moving correctly. And as I explained before, if you're not moving correctly, you should not get funding. Y'all tore down New York City. Y'all tore down the fabric of New York City. Y'all gave the city over to criminals, low vibrational folks. Y'all gave them the opportunity. Y'all allowed them to run the streets mucking wild. And now that Trump is bringing in the troops in majority of these Ibarrazi places or Ibarrazi cities and some of these red states, y'all got an issue with it. If you have a duty to serve the people, it's not about you. It's about the people. See, a lot of people don't realize when you're a representative, a House representative, congressional, Senate, the list goes on. You are to serve the people, not serve yourself. You get rewarded based on making sure the people is good. That's your responsibility. A government is to serve the people, not to take from the people to make the people struggle. Your city, your constituents, the people in your city is struggling because the money y'all got from the Federal Reserve or from different fractions, y'all put it in y'all's pocket to fatten your belly. Why don't you live in the hood for 1 week to see how the people really is? Not talk about it, live in it. And then you may have a different perspective of your fake cry for the people. A lot of you don't care for the American people. All you care about is making sure the American people don't get what they're supposed to get what you're supposed to get, and then cry racism. No, you are the bigot. You are the sellout. You sold your own country out to other entities that wants to see this place go down because you want to see it go down. You got to watch out for people like this. These are scammers.
The largest cut ever. Hospitals, nursing homes, community-based health clinics are closing all across America as a result, including in rural parts of the country. That one big ugly bill actually stole food from the mouths of hungry children and seniors and veterans, and all of this was done so that Republicans could...
That's a lie. That's a lie. Miss Marilyn, make sure you block the person. Let me block this person. Let me block this person. Hold on 1 second. Moderators, don't hide the person. Make sure you block the person. I want the person blocked. Moderators, be on top of your game, please. Block the person. Don't hide them. There's a thing called hide the user. I appreciate if you hide the user. Thank you.
Reward their billionaire donors with massive tax breaks, and in the process, skyrocket the deficit by north of $3 trillion.
No, y'all put the people in debt to be into your pockets. You're not taking care of your debt. This is why people in these high blue cities are paying high taxes because of your irresponsibilities of not paying off the debt. So now what the Trump administration is doing is not bringing in support to y'all. It's going to the people, yet what y'all doing is taxing the people. You don't care for the people. You care about your own pockets. You save facing at this point. Let's continue.
It was entirely irresponsible. It hurts everyday Americans who we should be standing up for in order to reward the wealthiest people amongst us. That's not an acceptable thing. And that's the climate and the environment that we're walking into. That said, we, of course, are willing to try to find that bipartisan common ground. But the urgency as it relates to the Affordable Care Act tax credits relates to the fact that beginning tomorrow, notices are going to go out to tens of millions of Americans, and it's going to be clear to them that their premiums, copays, and deductibles are about to skyrocket.
Why are you pushing this fear? Why are you lying to the people? Because you was born to push fear. You wasn't born to bring solutions. There's nothing you saying that's solution-based. Nothing. It's hogwash.
Thousands of dollars in additional expense in an environment where life is already too expensive for the overwhelming majority of the American people.
Is it true that you want to restore American taxpayer benefits to illegal immigrants?
Of course not. And thank you for asking that.
Lying. He's lying. He jumped the gun. He's lying. Look how he moves so quickly. He talking about, thanks for asking that. Thanks for asking that. Thanks. I thanks you for asking that. I thanks you for asking that. Miss, I thank you for asking that question because I want them to know that I don't do this. I care about the American people. Yeah, right. You don't care about the American people.
Of the American people.
Is it true that you want to restore American taxpayer benefits to illegal immigrants?
Of course not. And thank you for asking that question, because this is also an outright lie. Federal law prohibits the use of taxpayer dollars to provide medical coverage to undocumented individuals.
Then what we need to do is check your hospital records in your state. Since you want to do a bold-faced lie, we got another photo of you lying. Let me take a photo of this. That's a lie. Oh, the face. It does. Oh, wait till y'all see the thumbnail. It's going to be funny. The lies this dude is telling. These bold-faced lies, y'all. Let's continue.
That's the law. And there is nothing in anything that we have proposed that is trying to change that law. We are fighting for the health care of the American people, fighting to deal with the Republican health care crisis, which included the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. It includes the fact that Republicans have refused to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits time and time again, putting in jeopardy the health care of tens of millions of Americans.
Nobody is in jeopardy of losing their health care. You want people to lose their health care so that your pockets can get fattened and fattener.
It's the fact that Medicare is going to face a $536 billion cut at the end of this year if Congress doesn't act because of what Republicans did in the one big ugly bill.
Now you're calling it an ugly bill. The person that shouldn't talk about ugly is you, because it's looking very ugly in your jurisdiction, on your watch, on Schumer's watch, on whoever's going to be the mayor's watch. The governor, it speaks for itself. Come on now. The top two worst governors, California and New York. Let's go.
Our fight relates to the fact that hospitals and nursing homes and community-based health clinics are closing. No one in America, the wealthiest country in the history of the world, this great country of ours, should die.
You wanted to die. You admitted on CNBC that you wanted to die. Why would you speak ill will of America like that? You're saying that the administration of Trump wants it to die. No, he wants it to grow. He wants it to be great again. You don't want America to be great again. You want your pockets to be great again in America's soil. Demon hypocrite. Listen to this lie again. Listen.
And nursing homes and community-based health clinics are closing. No one in America, the wealthiest country in the history of the world, this great country of ours, should die because they can't find a bed or a room at a hospital because their hospital has closed as a result of what has happened with this Republican healthcare crisis. And on top of all of that, we see that Republicans have actually launched an assault.
What happened in the background? We heard something in the background. Hold on a second. Did y'all hear that? Put a 2 in the chat if you heard something in the background when he started talking. Listen.
Should die because they can't find a bed or a room at a hospital because their hospital has closed as a result of what has happened with this Republican healthcare crisis. And on top of all of that, we see that Republicans.
We heard something really sinister in the background. I heard something sinister in the background, y'all. That's not a good thing. That means they're up to no good. This particular individual is up to no good. This is not a good thing. We heard something went bump, 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 bump. Wow.
Have actually launched at a hospital because their hospital has closed as a result of what has happened with this Republican healthcare crisis. And on top of all of that, we see.
Seemed like something happened with someone or something going on. Just keep that in mind. That's on their end. That's not on my end. So something going on in their background. So I'm telling you, that didn't sound too good.
That Republicans have actually launched an assault on medical research in the United States of America in the Republican appropriations bill that is part of this process.
Minority Leader, let me just ask you, I'm going back and just looking at this. I think the questions about illegal immigrants getting these benefits go back to a term that's in your proposal that you've.
It's either this person right here, look at this person right here. You see the person with the green? They could be tapping into the window. That's in New York. We don't know where he's at currently. We know that this is in New York because the NASDAQ is downtown somewhere in New York City. So this gentleman right here with the green, he's looking into the camera. They could be tapping into the window. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, it's bulletproof, somewhat bulletproof, because it has to be. Yet, that gentleman right there is not looking too thrilled. If I was the newscaster, I want to know who this person is and what their intention is. Goes to show you how real this is, y'all. Let's continue.
Force that says legally present immigrants are eligible for all of these subsidies. And there's a big question about what lawfully present means. Does that refer to people who are here under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals programs? I guess there's different descriptions of what people see. What does that mean to you, a lawful preference? Would it refer to DACA?
We had a meeting with the President of the United States yesterday and made clear, we're not trying to change current law. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people.
You're not protecting the American people. You're lying. Because if it was the American people, you would let the bill pass. Why you need to lie? Because that's who you are. A demon oxy liar. That's who you are. Because if the bill is not dealing with the people that came here the wrong way, then why you didn't pass the bill? Because you're lying.
In rural America, in suburban America, in urban America, in small town America, in the heartland of America, in black and brown communities all across America. That's what we're doing. That's what this fight is about. Mike Johnson, but we have a very positive, forward-looking, communicative relationship, but he's been making the point that healthcare is an extraneous issue. No, healthcare is not an extraneous issue. It is a central issue to the quality of life of the American people. We don't want to shut the government down. That's not our approach. But
then why you shut it down? You gonna blame the Republicans based on what? When they passed the bill anonymously, y'all didn't want the bill to be passed.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. If the government shuts down, it's their decision to do it.
But this is a continuing resolution, and it's going to happen. All these things that you want to do, there's no way any of them are going to be negotiated by the time this happens. And if you shut down the government, you last time, Democrats point out, you lose FEMA, you lose troop pay, you lose all these different things that are so important to Democrats when they're on the other side of this. If you're not going to get all these other things settled, you need to do the CR to get the government funded and then return to this and do it in the normal course of business for Congress. What is it that would get you to yes? I mean, and I think that you kind of danced around the illegal. You do want to provide health care to illegal immigrants that are here.
I'm glad he's getting on him. Let me rewind that back a little bit. He's like, I'm not buying your BS. Listen, he's not falling for it.
And it's going to happen. All these things that you want to do, there's no way any of them are going to be negotiated by the time this happens. And if you shut down the government, you last time, Democrats point out, you lose FEMA, you lose troop pay, you lose all these different things that are so important to Democrats when they're on the other side of this. If you're not going to get all these other things settled, you need to do the CR to get the government funded and then return to this and do it in the normal course of business for Congress. What is it that would get you to yes? I mean, and I think that you kind of danced around the illegal. You do want to provide health care to illegal immigrants that are here right now.
What do you got to say about that? Dumb. You going to give us a dumb question? I mean, answer? You're going to give us a dumb answer saying the guy asked you a dumb question? He didn't ask you a dumb question. What's going to be your answer to that?
That's a Republican talking point, and it's shameful that you would continue. Of course not. I just said.
Oh, now he's saying it's a Republican talking point. Blame, shame, explain, always want to be right. Guilt, shame, blame, explain, always want to be right. KS talking point. The late, great KS said it. Shame, blame, guilt, always want to be right. They always want to be right. You want to say, it's the Republicans' fault. I'm telling you right now, it's the Republican fault. It's not us fault. It's not us fault because us people, we care about us American people. I tell you the truth. I don't like when they blame us Democrats, us Iparazzi, us Liberace. I tell you, I need to preach to the people. Me tell you, I don't understand why is this man asking me this question. I'm trying to be polite. I represent the minority leader. And my name is Hakeem, Hakeem Jeffries. And I tell you that I have a beautiful lady. I have beautiful children. Yes, I know I speak racist, even though I'm dealing with another nationality woman. I tell you the truth. I used to deal with a sister, and I didn't work out with her. So I still with somebody else now because it makes us my image, whatever be the case. I know I've been into I love the plantation. I's a good old boy. I don't really love America. However, I want to support other people that's not from America. You don't want to support American people. Hakeem, no talent Jeffries. You do not want to support American people. You want to support your interests, your pockets, the criminals that are backing you up. Because that's who you are, a criminal in a suit. Let's continue.
Said repeatedly that it is not. And we made that clear in the Oval Office to President Trump and to Republican leaders. We've made that clear repeatedly. It's a Republican talking point. In fact, I'm being gentle. It's a lie. We are fighting for the health care of the American people. And what we need to do is to address the Republican health care crisis.
What do you need by tonight?
I'm glad you get on him. Get on him. Get him. Get him. What do you need by tonight? He don't want to hear this hogwash. Shout out to this person that works for CNBC. Have some common sense. What you need by tonight? Can I get my grills? You know I want a lady. My name is Jeffries. Can I get a frill? My lady is upset with me. I'm on the CSPNC. Oh no, let's get told. Oh no, my name is Mr. Jeffries. Can I speak to the President of the United States, Mr. Trump? I just want to let him know that I don't want the government to shut down. I really care about the American people. Yes, I talked to Mr. Obama, my fellow brethren, my fellow cousin. I tell you the truth. I don't want this to happen, but I talked to Mr. Schumer. This New York, Mr. Schumer want us to shut it down because I feel so bad that you put Smee on the AI clip. You just make me look bad. You make me like, Mr. Trump, I know that I care about the American people. Can I get some more money for my city, for my state? I promise you, as Mr. Trump, that I will pass the bill for us American people. No, he don't care about the American people. He don't care about the American people. He wants to have money in his pocket because he's not feeling good about himself. He don't love himself, y'all. Let's continue.
I'll tell you what we need by tonight. Speaker Johnson should call. We are fighting for the health care of the American people. And what we need to do is to address the Republican health care crisis.
What do you need by tonight?
What do you need by tonight? He asked you a question.
What we need by tonight. Speaker Johnson should call Republican members of Congress back from the vacation that they're on.
Call me. I need to speak to you in person. Just call me. Can you call my number? It's been so slow. Just call me. Speaker Mr. Johnson, I need to hear your voice. Just call me. I can't do this on myself. Can you call me? Why you ignoring me? You on vacation, having a good time in Florida. Call me. You having a good time in Texas right now. Just call me. Why you having a fun time in the South? Call me. I'm cold up here in New York City. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Johnson, can you call me now? Pause. Mr. Johnson, can you call me now? Pause me. Can you pause me right now? Can you mute my mic? Pause me. Can you call me right now? Can you call me right now? Pause me. I want to get relief. Pause. Pause me. Can I look at your number? Can you call me now? Pause me. I'm looking crazy on CSBNC. Calls me. They don't want to call me. Can you give me your number? My lady, she's acting out control right now. My name is Mr. Jeffries now. My name is Hakeem. Can I help you right now? Call me. She done left me at the house today. I have no friends. My Democrat buddies want to pass this bill. No, they do not. This is Dr. Rollo speaking. Let me tell you something right now, Hakeem Jeffries. Stop calling the Republicans and pass that bill. If you care about America, make America great again. Hakeem Jeffries, do not call the Republican service again. You call us when you get your constituents together. Get on the call. Don't call me about your problems, Hakeem Jeffries. Pass the freaking bill if you care about the American people. We're going to click. My name is James Jeffries. Who's Rollo? I am the representative of the conservative Republican Party. Do tell, we don't want to hear the pause music. We don't want to hear that. We want to know, are you going to pass the bill or are you going to lose your House seat? We know your opponent, Chuck Schumer, he's so upset he might lose to AOC. We need a better partner in there than what you got going on in that New York City. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. If you're enjoying the show, double tap the like button. If you're digging the content, subscribe to the channel to Floridian Rollo. And make sure you double tap that like button on your way in and share this video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate those who's viewing. Thank you for taking the time out your day or whatever you is in the world to watch Floridian Rollo. If you're digging the content, subscribe to the channel for all notifications. I appreciate those who's recently subscribed to the channel. And also, do me a solid, double tap the like screen once again. Also, if you want to support the work, hit the super chat, hit the Cash App if it vivos you to do that. I appreciate those who's tuning in. Thank you so much. Let's continue to listen to this Democratic liberace. Let's go.
They were supposed to be here. We were supposed to have votes yesterday and today so that we can actually arrive at a bipartisan agreement to keep the government funded and to do it in a way that actually enhances the quality of life of the American people. So that would actually be a useful first step.
He's lying. He's lying.
Do you think the government is going to shut down? Because it doesn't look like there's much give on either side.
Well, we're here. We're in Washington, D.C. We look forward to having conversations throughout the day with the administration and with our Republican counterparts to try to arrive at a bipartisan agreement. But what we're not going to do is be part of essentially a my way or the highway approach. In other words, that Republicans simply say...
So you want your way in the highway. Is that so, Mr. Hakeem Jeffries? You want it your way in the highway. You don't want it to be bipartisans. You want it your way. You're talking about Trump wants it his way. He wants it for the American people. You want it for your way or the highway. Hypocrite.
Our view of the country is that we're going to continue to assault the health care of the American people. And Democrats, you should just go along with it. And our view is no, actually, we're not going to support a partisan Republican spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people.
No. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do this. You're playing games. You're playing games, Hakeem Jeffries. We're not falling for your situation. Let's go.
There was some big pushback from the Progressive Caucus in the House yesterday when Chuck Schumer floated the idea of a way around this, a way to say, okay, we could start the Democratic shutdown, but then we could make sure we pass some bills to allow much of the government funding to continue. How much pushback do you get from the Progressive Caucus in the House, and what are they telling you at this point? Are they the ones who are kind of driving things?
What are they telling you, Hakeem? The woman is asking you a question. What are they telling you?
We had a House Democratic Caucus meeting yesterday, and we are completely unified in defense of protecting the health care of the American people. And
what was your plane? Little John? Okay, we at the Democratic Party. Okay, we represent. Let's get crunk up. Let's represent. Let's get crunk up in the DMV House now. We are representing the party. Yeah, Little John, let's play. Little John, okay. Let's get crunk. We up in this mother effer DC. We is partying. We can't go nowhere. We are so miserable people. We up in this clowning DMV. Okay. We getting up in this party DMV. We know how to get along. Okay. My name is Ibarasi. Yeah. I am an Ibarasi. In New York, I am an Ibarasi. In New Jersey, I am a Ibarasi. In Massachusetts, I am an Ibarasi. In California, I am an Ibarasi. In Chicago, I am an Ibarasi. In Detroit, I am an Ibarasi. In Connecticut, I am an Ibarasi. In New Jersey, I am an Ibarasi. In Maine, I am an Ibarasi. In Pennsylvania, I am an Ibarasi. Y'all love to listen to Little John. That's when you had a party. I rocks the party, that rocks the body. Ooh, you rocks the party, that rocks the body. Ooh, I rocks the party, that rocks the body. Ooh, you rocks the party, that rocks the body. Yaddy, yaddy. I am shady. My name is Hakeem Jeffries. I'm shady. Let's continue.
And fighting to lower the high cost of living. Donald Trump and Republicans promised to lower costs on day one. But costs aren't going down, they're going up. The Trump tariffs are adding thousands of dollars in additional expense to everyday Americans.
No. That tariff is helping me in Florida. Put a dollar sign. It's the tariff helping your family in America. Put a dollar sign in the chat if the tariff is happening for you, it's helping you. I put $3 signs because the tariffs is helping American people. To all my American people, put a dollar sign in the chat. It's the tariff is helping American people. Let this Ibarasi, Hakeem Jeffries, and his staff know that the tariff is not destroying America. It's helping America. I'm telling you right now, the tariffs is helping the American people. What you want? Hakeem, why you lying to the audience? Why you lying for your jurisdiction? Because that's what you was born to do. Lie, manipulate, push fear. The American people are speaking in the chat. The American people are speaking in the chat, Hakeem. Come on now. Let's continue. Let's go.
Electricity bills are going up. Housing costs continue to go up.
Okay, electricity bill is going up. Housing bill is going up. That has nothing to do with Trump. That has to do of where you're staying at, who you're dealing with, and the income that's coming into your particular place, food. Of course, things are going to go up. If I live in a high, vibrant area, I expect to pay more. If I want to live good and take care of responsibility, it's not going to be cheap. This food is talking out of. Let's go. Yeah, gas prices are down. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. You speaking truth in the chat. Let's go.
Grocery bills are going up, and of course, healthcare premiums, copays, and deductibles are about to skyrocket. Millions of Americans in this country actually are going to confront medical bankruptcy. Our view is that is
No. The city of New York is in bankruptcy. Don't talk about other states. Yes, California is in bankruptcy. Yes, Chicago is in bankruptcy. Those three places, more particularly, Massachusetts is in bankruptcy. They're in super bankruptcy. Yeah, don't talk about other places in bankruptcy. Hypocrite, demonic liar. Gas down here in Florida is $2.47. I'm going to say that again. In most places in Florida, gas is $2.47. I'm going to say that again for the people that's listening in the back. In most places in Florida, gas is $2.47. I heard, don't know it's true, that one particular town, not going to mention the name, none of your business, is $2 for gas because it depends on the volume. So on average, the gas is $2.47. What the heck this guy's talking about? Somebody said they from Michigan. Yeah, here in Michigan, I've seen gas at $2.10 per gallon in certain areas. But like you said, it all depends where you live. Exactly. Thank you, Dan. See, we have people with common sense in the chat. You know, shout out to those who have common sense. You know? Well, you in South Florida, so that's expected, Rizza. You in South Florida. I'm not going to say where you at. You know what I'm saying? You down there in South Florida. So, I mean, that's expected. You know, I know in Miami it's about close to almost $4. It depends on the volume. It depends on the income. And it depends on how much the people need the gas. Somebody said all blue states won't lower their prices because they want to deceive people and fight against Trump helping. That's true. Let me put that on the screen. That's true, police cam reactions. Thank you for coming on it, coming in the channel. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. I watch your videos. I didn't comment in the comment section. I watched your videos, so it's interesting to see you in the chat. I appreciate you coming through because I have watched your videos. Police cam reactions. I watch your videos. You be traveling different places, if I'm not mistaken. Please appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I'll be watching people's channels that y'all don't even know about. They happen to find my channel. Hey, that's respect. That's respect. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Let's go.
not acceptable. And so I think what Leader Schumer said yesterday at our joint press conference, he was very clear that a short-term continuing resolution that differs in any way from what Democrats have proposed, which was legislation that was introduced and actually secured more votes in the Senate about a week ago than the partisan Republican proposal, that is our starting point in terms of any conversation as it relates to making sure we fund the government in an enlightened way that makes sense for everyday Americans, for business, for industry, for the economy.
Yes.
You don't care about business and for the economy. Because if you care about business and the economy, then why is you complaining about not passing the bill? Because you're not getting no money. That's what it is. And why you think you deserve to get money? You don't deserve to get money for bad behavior. That's all to it. Let's go.
Yesterday, sir, in the caucus that you're referring to, I think the shouts were heard outside the doors of hell no. Does that tell you the resolve? Should we read into that there is no way you were going to go ahead with this and we should buckle up and prepare for a long government shutdown?
We have a little over 12 hours or so before midnight. I think what will be helpful is if Republicans in the House of Representatives actually return for duty here in the Congress, so that if we reached an agreement, we could actually pass an agreement, as opposed to Republicans being on vacation all across the country and the world. That makes no sense to me. It never did. And it's an indication that I think House Republicans actually are the ones who want to shut the government down.
Really? Really? You're going to say that with a bold-faced lie? You're going to say that with a bold-faced lie? You're going to lie to the American people? You're going to lie on behalf of your party that is going down the toilet? It is what it is. Let's continue. Let's hear the lies. Let's continue.
Minority Leader, while we have you here, and I know you're busy working on keeping the government open, hopefully, but a question here in New York, we're all very curious. Do you plan to endorse the Democratic frontrunner at this point? I know.
Oh, my goodness. This guy wants to ask him a question. Are you going to support a certain communist mayor? Are you going to support that communist mayor, Hakeem Jeffries? Or are you going to support Chuck Schumacher? We got Brainwaves in the building. Make sure you check out Brainwaves Advice Topics LLC is in the house. Salute, Brainwaves. And salute to the mods, members, in chat room. Salute, fam. Hey, look, let's see what he's going to say about this candidate. Let's go.
There's been some reporting that you're in talks to do something like that.
Well, I issued a statement on Sunday, I believe it was, in connection with the decision by Mayor Eric Adams not to seek re-election.
So he is glad that Mayor Adams is not seeking re-election. So this guy wants a communist mayor. This individual here, for those who live in New York City, for those who live in the state of New York, this representative want a communist to run your city. And Mayor Adams was not the answer for New York. The biggest mistake Mayor Adams did, he shut down the city and shut it down to where he let go of hard workers like Ringo and many important people that made them make the decision to move to the South. A lot of actual men that's on point is moving to the South, whether they have a family or not. I don't care for the demons. The demons is getting kicked out the South. That goes for you, New Breed. You're going back to the North. You think you're going to stay in Georgia forever, New Breed? I know you watching. Demon, get ready to pack up your bags. Session 8 will be closed down for you and what you got going on there. That community is going to have a board meeting, and they do not want you Session 8 vouchers living in that community. Since you don't love white folks, New Breed, you live around them. Like I said, any man could get with anybody. You can have any woman you want as long as she's not moving. You get the point. You can have a woman, there's certain laws. You could deal with certain women for, have children and stuff like that. My point is with this character, how can he say he hates white people and he has a baby mama, not a wife, a baby mama that is white European? Like I said, I have no issues of whoever gets with. I have publicly told y'all I not only dealt with so-called black women, I dealt with white women, I dealt with Latino women, I have been married to an Indian woman. I was married to an Indian woman. She was Indian Jamaican. I was married to her. On paper, I was married off paper with witnesses to a Jamaican woman. Those things didn't work out. The point I'm saying is I dealt with different ethnicity women. Rollo don't lie on his ish. So the brothers know that. Y'all seen receipts of me being around different women, dealt with different women. So nobody could tell me that this guy here too, he was dealing with a sister at one time. Look, he's dealing with a white woman. It is what it is. The problem I have with guys like this and guys like him, New Breed, Obama, Martin Luther King, because New Breed protect Martin Luther King. Yet Martin Luther King wasn't really with Coretta King. He was dealing with all types of women. Hey, you're going to deal with all types of women. Don't talk about this kumbaya nonsense and your resume say otherwise. Your brainwaves, I know. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to talk about that in one of the videos. Since you mentioned it publicly, hey, you onto something. Yeah, that's a fact, brainwaves. That's a fact. I'm glad you mentioned it. Hey, you are, as always, on point, man. I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about that another time because I just want to deal with this character. However, you're correct. Thanks for letting everybody know that. He said that, facts, I dated white and Asian women in the past and everyone knew it. I show my woman off to everyone. Married to a black woman now. Exactly. Yes, sir. All right, let's continue.
He's someone that I've known for over 25 years. He's had a long journey in public service. Actually, Mayor Adams and I started our careers at the same time, him in the state Senate and myself in the state assembly. And I respect his contributions to the city of New York, his contributions as mayor, and of course before that as state senator, and perhaps even most importantly, as someone who wore the uniform to protect and serve. I also indicated in that statement that I'm focused right now, laser-like, on avoiding a government shutdown and making sure we address the Republican healthcare crisis.
He already put his vote in for the communists. To the person says that who cares about their personal lives? I prefer to worry about what they do in their job. And let me talk to a person who may not be in a relationship. It looks like you've never been in a relationship with a woman. I don't know if you're a woman or a guy. Whoever you are, you have not been in a relationship. It does matter because when you talk about certain things and you're dealing with a particular person, that particular person has to live with you. Let me say this, because Brainwaves, Ringo, myself, men that are experienced with women, some of you guys, you may have dealt with women and know certain things about women. You don't really know the woman like that because most of you probably in my chat never lived with a woman past a year. Whoever you deal with, it does affect them. Brainwaves could correct me if I'm wrong because he could vouch for this or he could disagree. When you deal with a woman, whether she's a black woman, white woman, Asian woman, whatever the case may be, whoever you're dealing with, it matters to them how you deliver, how you deal with certain things. And even they may not agree with everything they say, even if you're married to them or not. The point of this subject is it matters because these are racist people. The Democrats are racist people. This is a racist guy. You have racist men that deal with other ethnicity women and don't care for the woman. This guy cares about himself. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. This guy cares about himself. He don't care about his own family. Because if he cared about his own family, it will show by him serving the people correctly. That's what a man's supposed to do. You're supposed to serve the people correctly. How you expect a woman to serve you and you're not serving the people correctly? Now answer that question to this person that came in the chat that never supported people. This is the reason why I could call out stuff like this. I'm not somebody to play with. I'm not a fool. I'm not born yesterday. I know how the world moves because God put it in me. You're not going to come in here and be fictitious and disrespectful. Don't block the person. Don't block the person. Bunch of demons. Never been in a serious relationship. Don't know how to decor. Don't know how to know. It does matter. Because who you deal with shows you the type of person you are. Come on now. Yes, Rissa. Right, Brainwaves. I appreciate you coming through. All right, let's continue.
And that I would have more to say about the mayor's race and the remaining candidates sometime soon.
Okay, well, come on back and hopefully.
No. He voted for the communists. He voted for the communists. We don't need him to come back. Listen, we don't need him to come back. We need him to sign the freaking bill and stop being a naive little itch that he is. He's an itch. He's a crybaby. He ain't got this skin. He should not be a representative. When you're a representative of the House, you got to have this skin. You can't be fussy-firing and trying to appease to your people just to get a couple of crumbs. That doesn't make you a man when you get a couple of crumbs trying to be a yes man. And no woman on this planet respects the yes man. Let me tell you guys something right now, and I'm going to make this clear. No woman respects the yes man. I dealt with multiple women, and one thing I know for a fact, and the women in the chat could say this too, even my lady will agree, no woman respects a yes man. If you don't have a mind of your own, and you don't be clear, you don't be precise, and you don't be on point, she's not going to be respecting you. You got to learn how to respect yourself for people to respect you. When I go in the room and I deal with people of importance, or I deal with people in particular, I come respectful. If they get out of pocket, I check them. I could walk out. I have done it before. People disrespect me, I walked away. I told y'all before a few days ago, I walked away from an important job. They was being disrespectful. I called them out. I said, I don't need your job. I don't need this money. I get my own money. And I was dealing with my ex-wife, the Indian woman at the time. I told her this. I said, I walked off the job. She said, what? I said, they disrespect me. You think I'm going to let some people disrespect me? I called them out, and I said, I'm going to get unemployment. And I got unemployment for 6 months. Took care of what I was supposed to take care of, and then went back to work. You doggone right. I got my unemployment. That's very rare you could get unemployment walking off a job. I didn't like to be disrespected. I said, you're not going to mess with my character. I'm not going to let you use me and disrespect me. I don't care who you are. Once you disrespect me, I'm out. You got to check people sometimes nowadays. And most women that I know, that's not low vibrational. Low vibrational woman will tell you, I'm done with you. Then she was never for you. Because if you love your man, care about your man, you will respect his decision, knowing that he's going to figure it out. Let's continue, y'all. Let's get to the next one. Give me 1 second. We got one more to go. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the show. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Okay. This is going to be a quick one, y'all. Here we go. This guy doesn't get it. This guy doesn't get it. This guy or this lady don't get it. They said that You're bringing up women as if they have anything to do with how one governs, which is irrelevant to the subject. You're just going on a tangent. Oh my goodness. This guy acts like there's no women representatives in the Senate. There's no women representative in Congress. You see this fool? He act like there's no woman. Do Jasmine Crockett sounds familiar to you? What's her name? What's the old Ibarasi woman's name? That's in California. There's a lot of women on the board. What are you talking about? Listen, man, I ain't got time for y'all, man. I ain't got time for y'all. Y'all just not getting it. Let me get to this quick clip right here. Let's get to it. Let's go. I ain't got time to play with these people. Let's go.
Last night, the president also posted a video of an artificial intelligence generated video of you being thrown a "Make America Great Again" hat. How do you have a response just to the videos and comments that he's been making on social media about you and Leader Jeffries? And how do you believe that may impact your ability to negotiate with them?
Well, Donald Trump has behaved in a deeply unserious and deeply unhinged manner. And it's evident.
And also posted a video of last night, the president also posted a video of an artificial intelligence generated video of you being thrown a "Make America Great Again" hat. How do you have a response just to the videos and comments that he's been making on social media about you and Leader Jeffries? And how do you believe that may impact your ability to negotiate with them?
Well, Donald Trump has behaved in a deeply unserious and deeply unhinged manner. And it's evidence of the fact that Republicans have a weak argument. So they've resorted to deepfake videos and to lying about the nature of the policy discussion.
No, what he's doing is basically telling you about yourselves. And whoever his representative is of doing that, y'all pissed off about it, because if it wasn't true about y'all, then why are you talking about it? Why are you upset about it? Why are you in your fifi, Hakeem Jeffries? You don't want to make America great again. Trump is correct. And he's throwing it in your face. Yes, he's using the AI thing. And y'all pissed off about it. We'll prove him wrong by passing the bill. Pass the freaking bill. What's so hard of passing the freaking bill? Because you know it's true. You want to protect the criminals and the migrants. Let's continue.
They've refused to bring House Republicans back to Washington, D.C. It's all evidence of the fact that Republicans are unserious. They know that Democrats are standing on the side of the American people.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's a bold-faced lie. You're on demon time, Hakeem Jeffries. That's why you're pointing down. You're pointing down because you're guilty.
By fighting to defend their health care, defend hospitals and nursing homes and community-based health centers that are closing all across America because of the Republican action taken in their one big ugly bill. They're on defense because they know that they enacted the largest cut to Medicaid in American history.
No, they did not. No, they did not. If you work a 9 to 5, have you noticed you're getting more medical coverage? Put a 5 in the chat if you work a 9 to 5 and the company, based on the company you work for, you getting more full coverage. I know people that's working in restaurants here in Florida, for the most part, that's getting more coverage than they were 2-3 years ago. Because there's people I know that work in restaurant, could own their own business. They just choose to work in the restaurant industry. And they told me, yeah, we get certain coverage. We noticed over the last 2-3 years, like certain things I wouldn't have to pay for. So what this guy's lying for? Oh, no, in the blue state, y'all make the people in the blue state suffer to get certain things. That's not going on in the red states. Even the poorest red states is getting better coverage than the prominent blue cities that supposedly have money. That's a fact. That's not no fiction. That's a fact. Clean up your blue cities, and then we can have the conversation. Let's go.
On defense, because Republicans know that as a result of their actions, the country is about to face a $536 billion cut to Medicare at the end of the year if Congress doesn't act.
That's mainly in the blue cities, y'all. Because if the red states were going through what the blue cities were going through, it will be gun blazing in the South. One thing you don't play with, Brainwaves is from the South. He was born in the South. Let me teach y'all the rules here. When you come to the South, never mess with a man's money. That's rule number one. Never, I repeat, this is real talk, never mess with a man's money. Number two, don't come between him and his family that's on point. Number three, this is a God Bible state, particularly in the South. Number four, mind your business, it won't be no issues. And number five, stop making excuses, and you will start seeing prominent things happen in your life. That's the 5 rules in the South, amongst other things. Y'all have no clue how powerful the South really is. And why it has its moments like anywhere in the world, I will take it. Because it makes me stronger, it makes me wiser, it makes me want to do more. Orlando is not my only stop. I'm not going to get into everything. I'm a well-known traveler. And let me tell you something, Brainwaves and Ringo are travelers too in their own way. And that's why we're the 3 top YouTubers in this space. Everybody comes and watch us. From all walks of life, from all denominations. And I'm glad to see our channels is growing. I'm glad to see different people from all over the world watching us. We went through a lot last year with a particular demon. And now we outgrowing that demon. The only reason why we talk about that demon is to expose him and his lies. We don't care for that person no more. He thinks we care about him. We don't care about him. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I don't care for the dude. I know the brothers don't care for him. They just exposing him. He had his time. It's over. He can't come back to the party. He had to sell his soul again. He had no choice. He had nobody coming to his aid. He admitted that he's upset with the FBA. I already got the footage, so if you try to take it down, you admitted that you was upset. You said nobody came to your defense. Why would people come to your defense? They use you. FBA use you. You're nobody they take serious. They take us serious. Let me explain something to y'all how this YouTube works. When people talk about us in a negative way, you know what that makes me stronger? That means I'm on the right team. Because if I wasn't in the right team, these fake people will be cheering me on. What this Charlie Kirk situation and what these Ibarasi show me exposes a lot of black folks who claim they're for black people. They're not for black people. You got to stay away from people like that. That's all I got to say on that. Let's continue.
They're on defense because they know the Affordable Care Act tax credits are popular with the American people because the American people know that we should be standing on the side of working class Americans. That's what Democrats are doing, as opposed to Republicans always being on the side of the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected.
See the jealousy? See the jealousy? Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent it to you. I have to look for it and send it to you. I got you. I got you. Look what he said at the end. Look what he said at the end.
People know that we should be standing on the side of working class Americans. That's what Democrats are doing, as opposed to Republicans always being on the side of the wealthy, the well-off, and the well.
He's jealous of the wealthy, the well-off, and the people that's getting to that point. Listen, it has to be a balance, Jeffries. It can't be one-sided. It has to be a balance. The Most High put a balance on this earth. It's nothing you can say about it. It has to be rich. It has to be people in the middle that's going to be rich, or they're going to go through a change to better their life. Jeffries, the Republican Party is going by the Old Testament and the New Testament. None among you shall live in poverty, Jeffries. You have more conservatives that believe in the Bible than you liberals do. Liberals believe in poverty, keeping people in captivity. Republicans don't. They say, hey, you're going to have to get up your behind. If you're not disabled, if you're not on that type of time, if you're not dealing with certain elements, you should not be asking us for help. I'm all for that. The only time you should go to the government for assistance if it's in a dire need of an emergency. Otherwise, no excuses. So, with that said, we're going to play this clip of Chuck Schumer, who wants to talk about the Speaker Johnson real quick.
Senator Schatz. Yes.
I asked Speaker Johnson this morning about what he's willing to do to make sure premiums don't spike for Americans. And he said, quote, "We are committed and will do whatever it is necessary to make it happen." So my question to you is, short of your bill, what commitments do you need to see?
Look, I'm not going to negotiate in public. As I said, we need to protect Americans from these rising insurance rates. And we need to sit down and negotiate it. He won't even do that. So how can he say he wants to help Americans if he won't sit down? He knows he needs both sides to get it done, plain and simple. In the White House the other day, he said he didn't want to do any ACA. And he said that before in the past as well. But the American people are going to make it clear to him and certainly his members that they want it done. And I believe that they will be pushed very hard by American citizens who don't want to see their rates go up so much.
No. You want to see the rates go up. Stop lying on the Republicans, man. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Forever Studios in the building. Shout out to Forever Studios for coming through for a little bit. I see Marissa Eldridge is in the house. I see Brenda is in the house. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in to the show. Oh, somebody's disrespecting Florida. What do you mean there's something in the water in Florida? You know what's in the Florida water? Greatness. You know Florida's the #1 economy in America, the #1 spot people moving to, the #1 where visitors from all over the world came, especially the city of Orlando, in the outskirts of Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa. Where you from? Why are you so disrespectful to Florida? Why are you so disrespectful to the South? The Southeast is the hot spot right now. Is there something in the water in Florida? Y'all jealous. You're jealous of winning. You're jealous. You're not a bright Negro taking Republicans off for American workers. I'm not going to do it to y'all. I'm not going to do it to y'all because We got some Floridians in the building. Shout out to Palm Bay in the house. Panama City, what going on with you up there? What going on with you? I got to visit that place soon. You're not a bright Negro. Taking Republicans off for American workers. They are. You think I'm going to discuss my bank account on this live stream? No, I got too many witches and warlocks. I can't talk about that. Yeah, you're right. I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm struggling in the Republican state. You happy now? I'm going to bring my brother up. Brainwaves, you busy? Let me know, fam. I got 15 more minutes. Let's see if he wants to come on. All these name callings don't bother me. What are you going to do? Thumbs down the video? You going to hurt my feelings? Oh, he's Uncle Ruckus. You know what's funny? When Ringo was talking about the situation about P. Diddy, these are the same people that was cheering for P. Diddy to be arrested. These people, these black people. Okay, no problem. We're doing nothing. That's no problem, fam. No problem. All well and good. Because I'm about to get on out of here then. I figured you was going to be busy. Just asking, brother. It's all well and good. We'll talk behind the scenes when you get time. Tim K says, let me put this in the chat. The water in Florida seems to be full of freedom. That's right. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. All right. Give me a second. I got to do it another way. Give me a second. I got you. Let me send it to my thing so that I can send it to his phone. Let me send compose. All right. Let me send it to my thing. It should be going to my email. All right. Let me send it to him. Let me go. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got the message now. Give me 1 second. Oh, my phone is in my pocket. All right, cool. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, let me send it to him. Give me 1 second, y'all. Gotta send it to him. And I gotta go do something real quick. Where's he at? Where's he at? All right, there we go. All right, I send it to you, fam. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, y'all. 1 second. Let me play some music for y'all in the meantime. Be right back. Got to do something real quick. All right, I'm back. So he should be on in a couple of minutes, y'all. He should be here in a couple of minutes. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see what you're talking about. Get Joshua out of here, y'all. Moderators, get Joshua out of here. Get Joshua out of here. Get that troll out of here. Get Joshua out of here, moderators. Let me get this person out of here. Where Joshua at? Get you out of here. Pack you up. All right, Brainwaves is here. What's going on, fam?
What's up, King?
What's going on, man?
It's good. It's a blessing to be in the building.
Absolutely.
Y'all make sure you subscribe to Floridian Rollo. Get them likes up. Stop playing around. You know, he's one of the best to do this when it comes to talking about these political issues as it relates to all communities. You know, Rollo is a traveled man, all right? He's not just talking about one community. When you deal with some of these content creators, this is something that you got to think about. A lot of these content creators, they don't even leave their neighborhood. And if they do leave their neighborhood, they go to one spot and they come back. They don't go around the world. They don't go around the country. They don't go from city to city, state to state. They don't interact with people that are from different cities, different states, different countries. All they do is sit right in one area. And then they try to give you a worldwide, global, hint, hint, global perspective that does not apply. Because, see, their perspective is based upon a limited vision. So when Rollo speaks on these topics, when I speak on these topics, you have Ringo TV Reactions and other brothers and sisters, Forever Studios, the list goes on and on. When we speak on these topics, you need to understand that we're speaking for a wide group of people. You see, we talk about America. We talk about what's going on in this country. This country is a cesspool. That's what makes America great. One of the reasons. Anyone can come here and anyone can be born here and make something great of themselves. That's what we're talking about. But you have a lot of people that only focus on one particular group of issues. And then the irony of it is those same individuals attack people like us when we're actually speaking about issues that impact all of our communities. They say, oh, you're a sellout because you're catering to this audience and that audience. Well, I'm sorry, but when you walk outside of the front door, last time I checked, we run across a whole lot of people, unless you just stay in a certain area and you don't go past a couple of miles. Maybe you on house arrest or you got an ankle monitor where you can only go 2 miles, 5 miles. You can't go outside of your little neighborhood, your hood, your block. That's the only place you go. You don't travel. A lot of people, for example, they be in the hood, they be in the ghetto. They don't travel. They stay right there on the block. They run that street, but that's all they know right there. They don't go to other cities. They don't go to other states. They don't get out. When you think about Christ, he came from the hood. Nazareth was the hood. But guess what? He traveled. He was a traveled man. He went all over the place. So when it comes to talking about these issues and how it relates to what's going on in the community and the politics, you got to really pay attention to what's going on. What is their end goal? What are they focusing on? And what you've been hearing, and I've been bringing this up, regardless of what side you voted for when it comes to politics, regardless of who you stand with, what I want you to pay attention is look at why certain people are bringing up the things that they're bringing up as it relates to political parties, and look at what they're not actually saying. Because the truth is in what they're not saying. For example, you hear a lot that comes out of the mouths of Democrats, okay? You hear a lot of this left speak, but what it is that they don't tell you the full details. For example, this whole healthcare issue. Oh, it's the Republicans that are causing the government shutdown. No. What you don't hear in the left rhetoric is that they're pushing for health care for everyone. That means illegal immigrants, people that are not qualified to even be in the system, people that are able to work, people that are able to contribute, but just want to freeload off the system. By them getting health care, guess who pays for it? Those of you that are not freeloaders. Those of you that are willing to get up and get out and work and do something. You're the one that has to pay for it. And that's what Rollo was talking about it. Have you noticed that any of your medical bills, those of you that are employed? Look, I'm a self-employed and employed individual. I do both. You see what I'm saying? Look, I get it how I can get it. That's like a Republican mantra. You get out there and you get it. However, what I've observed is that as of late, and not just with me, with other people, I haven't been hearing much complaints lately this year in terms of medical bills.
Yep.
Prior to this, prior to Trump getting in office, it was nothing but complaints. Oh, I'm getting billed. I personally witnessed this. You get billed for stuff that insurance normally covers.
That's
Why?
correct. That's correct.
Because they're passing the cost on to us. And this is what the Democrats are trying to push. Nah, man. I work, you work, we get out and work, and then we got to pay for somebody that want to be lazy? Hell no. Ain't nobody standing for that anymore. That time is up. And that's what the Democrats are trying to push for. That's what they're pushing for.
Especially
Yeah. Man.
If they care about the city so much, why is it that they're applying that it's in the South? The South doesn't have nothing to do with what's going on in the North. If anything, the South is consistently bringing more workers to fix up certain things that the people that you got rid of in the North that moved to the South. Like Ringo, for example. If they didn't push this mandate, maybe the people would not have left. Or they will eventually leave because, family and, construct. At the same time, you didn't give the people a chance to make the decision. So they're getting mad because remember in one of my videos, Brainwaves, you remember what he just said at the end?
I think you got to remind me at the end. I kind of missed it.
Jeffries said at the end that they're focusing on the rich, the people that's on point, and the people that's getting to it. Well, if it has to be a balance. If there's no rich person, then how is the people going to be provided? Because to be honest, the people that can provide, this is what I'm going to say, because I know it's controversial. The people that don't want to provide want to take from the rich that knows how to provide. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fact. That's facts.
The people that claim that they upset with the rich don't know how to provide. The rich people right now honestly, Brainwaves, I'm going to say it because it's true. The rich people don't need people no more. They don't need you no more. They don't need you no more. I'm not joking. They have it. If they wanted to go full-blown AI, they could do it right now. You can't go by what the media say. I've been in places in the state of Florida, in the South, in many places. I talked to people that's very electronic. They said, if these people keep on messing with us, we'll press the button, it'll be over. Brainwaves could tell you he's in a room with certain people.
Yeah, that's facts. The technology is that. Listen, y'all, the technology is already there. Listen. Here, let me break something down, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown. It's not that people want to replace your job, okay? Let me just break this down. Mm-hmm. It's not that you could say the wealthy or those that have the ability to do so, they just want to get rid of people. No, that's not what it is. They want to get rid of people that are refusing to be efficient. That's people correct. That are refusing to grow. Remember, when you do a job interview, and you go to an interview, and they ask you about your vision, where do you see yourself? Do you care? A lot of people don't care. They can't properly answer that. Yeah. They just be like, I don't know. I'm just glad I got the job. I just want a paycheck right now. So you're not trying to be efficient. You're not trying to contribute and grow society. You have a lot of people that exist right now that are just feeding off of companies, feeding off of societies. They're parasites, they're vampires. Yep. And they're destroying everything because they're the cancer. And then you have people that are trying to innovate and lead. But how can you innovate and lead when you're being drained? So as it
Yeah.
relates to these companies, there's things that these companies want to do. They want to shift. They want to take things in bigger and greater and better directions. They want to implement things that benefit the workers, the customers. Like everyone would benefit from it. Society would benefit. Stocks, market growth. Like there's so much growth. But then you have workers that don't want to work. So it's more efficient to replace those that don't want to work with an actual machine, some type of AI, something that can do something that will appreciate its place in society. See, it's a shame that robots and technology value contributing to society more than people. Uh-oh,
Correct.
that's a mic drop. Machinery value their place in society and their contributions more than people. That's right. That's right. A lot of y'all don't care. Y'all lazy. Y'all got the most attitude to talk. You got the most opinions, but yet you doing the least work. Why is it that the people sitting around making the biggest criticisms and talking about the most are the ones who contribute the less to society?
Exactly.
Uh-oh. I'm pissing some people off now. This is fact. You don't do ish on your job. You the laziest person, but you got the most to say. You critique and criticize and everything. Just like some of these content creators. They got the most negative stuff to say. They criticize and everything, but they ain't got no skin in the game. They can't even get up in that arena. You got people that talk about politics all day, but ain't never engaged in politics. Don't even vote. How the hell you gonna talk about politics? You don't even vote. If you don't even vote, you ain't even got no right to open your damn mouth.
That's right.
And then you don't get involved with actually educating people, doing nothing. All you doing is just destroying. Because you want to see everything destroyed. Because your life is destroyed. Misery loves company. Birds of the same feather flock together. All of those sayings. So you want to be causing people to be in destruction just like you. You live in destruction. You see destruction. You associate with other people that are around to destroy. Do y'all realize that a lot of people get paid to push rhetoric? We talk about this all the time. They will pay people to push certain agendas. They will pay people to destroy neighborhoods. This is why everybody want to be a damn rapper. You don't want to be a rapper because of the talent. Listen, I came up in the era when hip hop was born. When rap and all that was created, the OGs, the essence, the heart, when you had to have talent, you had to have skill, when hip hop was about educating the community, empowering the community, uplifting the community. Somewhere along the way, the powers that be decided to come in, infiltrate it, and say, hey, now we're going to pay you to destroy the community, tear down the community. And you have people, it's not just music. You have people in a lot of sectors. And now it's on social media. The big thing now is content creators getting paid, getting funded, getting support to destroy people, to destroy the mindsets, to lead some type of, they call it revolutions. This is why you hear the Republicans talk a lot about the woke movement. This is why they talk about being anti-woke. It's not because they don't know what time it is when it comes to spirituality and what's going on in the world. That has nothing to do with it. It's this movement that is on demon time that's really here to wake people up to destroy everything. And you got content creators that are capitalizing on that. And then they get funded, they get supported, they get protected to push further an agenda. And y'all got to wake up and see what time it is. And then it's like when we call these things out and we talk about what's going on, y'all want to jump down our throats, but y'all are cowards because y'all got no smoke for the people that are actually doing it. Back in the day, when you look at all the people throughout history, they went directly to the source. They went directly to the opposition. Some of them died for it. They fought for it. They lost everything to at least have some dialogue or some interaction or to literally go to war with the opposition. If you ain't willing to die for nothing, you ain't standing for nothing. And die is a figurative of speech. It may be literal. It may be a death socially, financially, et cetera, But you not willing to lose any skin in the game, you not standing for nothing. And you got a lot of people that's on social media because it's the platform right now. They're capitalizing off of trying to play all sides, play like they're friends with everybody. Be wary of someone who doesn't tell you their clear intentions. For example, ladies, because we men that know about women.
That's right.
Ladies, have you ever dealt with a man and he doesn't tell you his intentions? He don't make it clear what he want with you. And you're confused, like, well, I think he likes me. I think he this, I think he that, but I'm not sure. You need to watch out for that man. Because if he's not making his intentions clear, something's wrong. I don't care if the dude just want to clap your cheeks all day. He just want to get some top all day. His intentions need to be clear. If he say he want to marry you, hey, whatever it is, both extremes, both sides, at least his intentions are clear and you know what to do. But you got a lot of guys that play games. And then women get caught up in these games and find themselves in situations. And what do you always hear women say? I didn't know. I didn't know. That's what happens to people that are trying to deceive you. And that's what's happening even in the political arena right now. You don't truly know. Listen, the left is not even telling you what's going on. They act like they're so connected to the people. They act like they're so for the people, but yet they're not telling you what their true agenda is.
That's correct.
They just want to get the funding. They just want to get money so they can continue to keep you under bondage.
That's
to
right.
continue to keep you locked down and support those that don't even care about the country, that aren't even citizens, that have no intention of investing in America, making America great again, and watching them destroy everything.
Right.
Come on now. They're not telling you this. So when you see the Republicans like, no, I'm pissed off, I'm mad. Look, what do people criticize me? Last night I went live and I called out a content creator. I don't even know why I call that person a content creator. A fake creator, because all that person do is copy everything. That person even copied after I went live, copied talking about the same thing. I was the first to go live about the Diddy subject. And then next, that person decided to go live right after me and use the same media clips, the same everything.
Right. Yep.
Copying.
Yep, he did.
I just watched, it's ironic too. I watched the episode here because the TV's on Raven's Home. And there was an episode where they had to perform. And the irony of it was this, I forgot the singer. It was 3 girls. They was singing. It was already quote unquote in the industry. It's some radio live spot they was competing for. And then on Raven's Home, they actually had their whole song, their whole performance was stolen by them. They stole our show and went out and performed. And they was the ones who ended up winning because they stole their show. That was supposed to be what they did. But the people, they rocked the crowd, got second place. But I'm just making a point. This is what y'all seeing. A lot of people be stealing stuff. That's what be happening on the left. They be stealing stuff. They support people who steal, who are criminals. They get put in positions just to steal, just to rob. That's why these elected officials support certain type of activity. They want more theft. You don't think they ain't getting paid for that?
They are.
They getting paid for it. That's what they're pissed off about. Listen, do you think politicians make all their money by their position? If that's what you believe, then you're uneducated. That is simply a vessel. That is simply a conduit, a means to an end. So by them being in a particular position, that allows them to be funded to get to where they need to be. They get connections, they get deals, they get resources. Companies do whatever it is that they need to do with them as it relates to their position. Their position can be utilized, could be manipulated. It's so much to this. It's so much to this, and people just don't understand. And that's what's happening.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I'm looking at the chat. Let me respond to John. I appreciate you, John, for coming through. The thing with the disability, the people that has disability, the people that's in the military, and the people that is going through certain things in life. What the Republicans is trying to do is show the people that we are doing our best to take care of the veterans. We are doing our best to take care of the disability. Matter of fact, Trump is trying to come up with a solution with certain people to get people that is going through a mental, situation, if that makes sense. We can't say the name respectfully.
Right.
I know I have a brother that goes through that. Brainwave say he has a brother that goes through that situation.
Yes.
And that has a lot to do with certain things. We're not medical associate. We got to respect U2 policies.
Yes.
However, there is a mental diagnosis that needs to happen in America. And that has a lot to do with people and their decision making, if that makes sense. You know, everybody has some type of mental things that they need to work on, if that makes sense, John. The issue is that the liberals want to keep people in bondage. And what they learn when you keep people in bondage is you become mentally ill. And certain other things start happening and fractioning in your body to where you don't even know who you are. That could make you a retrobate, a dead-based mind. I believe for the most part that not everybody that has that disability, there's a lot of people with disability is just as intelligent than people without disability.
Facts.
Because they have a chakra that they know that this world is fake. Sometimes the Most High will put you in a situation to teach you about yourself, about those around you, if that makes sense. And a lot of people that you consider normal may not be normal for the most part. They are just as weird as the people you think is weird. And so what we notice in these blue cities is that they protect widows. They protect people that take advantage of those who may not have a mind of their own. Look at how they treat the veterans in the blue city. Look how they treat the mentally disabled people in these places. They don't take care of them. Yeah? In the South, the Bible South, they have more rights. And if you do something to somebody wrong, or you neglect those type of people, you're doing some serious time. They don't play that down here. And so it all depends on where you're at. It all depends on who's serving you correctly. And so we know a lot of these, senators, public office, public officials, they're not moving correctly. They protect criminals, they protect criminals, and that's why they're not getting the support they're supposed to get. And yes, and why it affects the people in that city. The people in the city is going to have to vote correctly. And more importantly, they got to get their house in order, get right with God, get right with Christ, get right in their own situation before they deal with the people out there. That's my take on that. Housing will not help them. No. Because the truth of the matter is, when you give these people housing, they don't take care of it's even in the Bible. When somebody give you something, if you don't take care of where you at for the time being, how are you going to take care of what you're supposed to get on your own? See, this is the problem with people. You want to help people that don't want to help themselves. That's the issue with a lot of people. It's like me and Brainwaves. We help so many people, Ringo, whoever. We help so many people, show them many things. And then they crash out on us. They crash out on us. Yeah, many people we support in a multitude of ways. We showed them the blueprint. And they crashed out on us out of nowhere.
Facts. Out of nowhere is that's Rollo. You couldn't have said it better. Literally out of nowhere. You give them the shirt off your back. You stood by them when they're crying, when they're frustrated, when they're upset. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they crash out. And then they act like they had an issue with you the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how the rhetoric that comes out of the left. They act like they had an issue with the right the whole time. But yet, all they're doing is keeping people stuck in bondage. Listen, the systems when it comes to housing, when it comes to food benefits, when it comes to, medical, any of those things, they were designed to help people that literally cannot provide for themselves. For some reason, they don't have the mental capacity or physical capacity, whatever it is. It was designed to help people in that situation. For people who fall into a temporary situation, maybe you get injured, maybe you can't work, maybe something happens, all types of things happen and you need that temporary support. The Republicans are not against that. Y'all got to stop the cap, man. Not one Republican has said they're against that. They're against supporting people. But what they are against is this freeloading system where you be like, well, I don't have to work. All I got to do is just sit here and ride off the system. I'll just get this. I'll get this. And what happens is you don't take care of what you have. That's why in the hood, in the ghetto, in the projects, who be on Section 8 and public housing, they don't take care of nothing. Why? Because they don't have to work for it. They don't appreciate it. They like, well, this ain't mine. I ain't got to work for it. I'm just going to get a check. If they break it, they got to fix it. They got to come through. And so then you have this lack of value mentality. And then when you go to the affluent areas, all those people work and bust their ass to get to where they are.
Right.
I don't care if it's inherited wealth or what have you. Somebody in their family bust their chops to get to where they were. So they value what they have. They want to take care of it. They want to appreciate it. And they ain't not trying to see nobody come in there and tear it up. That's why you got HOA communities and all types of things.
That's right.
I'm in an HOA community. Hey, look, if ninjas want to try to come up here and do something, they're gonna toss your ass out.
That's right.
You're gonna get out. It's stuff folks don't tolerate that. So a lot of y'all are used to just not putting in work. Listen, we have become lazy in society. And we're allowing machinery to surpass us. Machines have the drive to work harder than we do. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. We're the ones that's supposed to be leading machines. We're supposed to be teaching them. Every time you watch a movie, you read a book, you play a video game, you look at any real scenario, we're supposed to be teaching them, but yet they teaching us. People spend more time on Chat GPT, using AI to make stuff. You're supposed to be teaching them. And yes, they are learning off of us. They're learning it. Well, people are lazy. Let's take control. You wonder why you see movies about the robots taking over. It's because of these ninjas. It's because of lazy people on demon time that don't want to be a value and a contribution to society. That's why you see them take over. Because they like, you ain't doing nothing. If we allow you to continue to do what's going to be done, the world's going to be destroyed anyway. And, we'll decide to just unalive and get rid of a lot of them people. Exactly. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that that's necessarily the right or best course of action, but I'm just making a point here. This is a valuable talking point here. This is, we on some real ish. A lot of y'all just lazy and y'all don't want to be bothered with nothing. Mostly, a lot of y'all just go to work, come home and sit on your ass and you don't do nothing. You got nothing but hours and hours on your time. You don't use that time to educate yourself. You don't use that time to bring in more income and resources. You don't use that time to invest on anybody. Y'all don't have families. Y'all do. Y'all just sitting around consuming, complaining, like some of these content creators that are on YouTube, for example. Every time they just sit around, got nothing but time to complain, and they want to try to fake it and act like they somebody like us who actually got the receipts and the credentials of putting in work. I'm literally grinding right now while I'm on the live stream. I'm literally grinding, about to walk out the door. I'm not sitting on my ass. I'm grinding. If you hear noises and things in the background, it's because I'm grinding. I'm taking care of my family. I'm taking care of the community. I'm doing responsibility while I'm on the live stream. What are other people doing? Do you hear that when you hear about these other content creators? They don't show that. They don't say that. And then what they do is they try to show little fake stuff, make it look like they involved in the community. But they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They faking. They posers. And that's what we're seeing in politics. It's a lot of people faking and posing, trying to make you believe they really about the community. But yet it's not. I ain't heard no people complain like they've been complaining before. When we had a left leadership, there was a lot of complaints about the jobs, what's going on, where we are. And I'm not saying everything is perfect, because y'all got to stop and think. Trump only been in office for some months.
And it's doing it better in a short time. Everything takes time at the end of the day, man. Like, we gotta, this is the thing that y'all don't realize. You the people gotta make better decisions. You can't depend on this man to do everything if you're not doing your part as an American citizen. You got to go straight up. If you don't want America to be great again, why you here? Why are you here? Trump is doing what he's supposed to do. It's up to the American people in particular to do their part if you want America to be great again. Otherwise, you're going to have other people that may not speak your lingo. It's going to tell your children what to do. That's what you want to happen, especially you folks in the blue cities. We're not saying that we want the blue cities gone. We want the sinners gone. It's time to clean up the sinners. The sinners is what's keeping you down. It's not the people. And that's in sin got to go too. It's like what Brainwave say, it gotta be break up, make up, shake up, wake up. It has to happen if you want this place to be great again for your future generation. We are on a time that we are being judged according to what we say, what we do. And what we do is based on what we say. Now, you're going to have these demon consecrators going to steal what I say because they don't have no managerial. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to get things done correctly. And then you got this person in here that's defending, just trying to play like he's holier than thou, yet he's not cleaning up his own house. And this is the reason why. Look at this demon. Who's begging? You begging for my attention. You in my chat.
Facts.
People supposed to support my platform, Brokey. You the broke person. You broke. You don't take care of your own house. You don't take care of your own fraction. Your woman don't respect you if you have a woman, which I don't think you do. Your kids don't respect you unless they're dealing with somebody else, calling somebody else daddy. That's what's going on in your situation. Your own children, by the woman that you probably dealt with, got rid of you, calling somebody else a dad because you can't be a dad in their life. So come in here with the fake flattery. I get money because people support me. And why you got an issue with that? Because you think broke mindset. I think winning. And when people support my platform, they see what I put into my work. My thing is clearer. I got many things going on. I got many situations going on that you can't even do for your own situation, for your own people. You in my chat, fool.
Bad.
You mad.
That's
mad
the thing.
What?
You know what they sound like? I'm pretty sure that's a person on the left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I listen, I want to make this clear. You're talking about somebody who used to vote for the left, who used to be a part of the left party. Okay? This is somebody who's rocked with that all along, like for a while. I'm not somebody who just was always on the right. I want to make this clear. What I've seen, especially as of late, and especially since Charlie Kirk passed, it is intensified. It's like every time you look at the people that are full of anger, full of negative stuff to say, they be on the left, whether they admit it or not. And I'm not, like, it's literally mind blowing because I'm just watching. That person's on the left. That person's on the left. They speak the left language. That person. It's like, even if you don't want to see it, that's what you're seeing.
Correct.
So it's clear that this person in the chat, you got the anger like you from the left. When you look at these politicians, they all mad. They all mad. They're so mad. The Republicans, they're this. It sound like they having a demon possession manifestation. They're all pissed off. Jasmine Crockett, mad, pissed off. She ain't doing nothing. Listen, I watch people that's supposed to be on the left, and they watching her not do a thing. She ain't doing a thing. Listen, a lot of people talk a lot of big game. Remember when I showed the scripture the other day, I talked about you can't just be hearers only, but doers of the word. A lot of people are talking. They making videos. They making comments. They got a lot of fair speech, good things to say, but they ain't following through with it. You don't see any actions behind it. Stop listening to what people are saying out of their mouth and look at their actions. Look at the receipts. Look at the credentials. If you don't see none, they ain't about none.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this fool. Look at these two. Cody and Mike. Look at these two dummies. You know, you're supposed to educate your people. You're supposed to educate the people around you. Why are you depending on the government? You are a yes, salty beta male. That's who you are, Cody and Mike. You're both beta males. You're both beta males.
Listen, you don't read the Bible, Cody. Listen, we don't rock with you, demon, Edomite, white, black, green, blue, purple, yellow, whatever skin color you want to rock with, Esau, sinners. That's y'all that's on demon time. All of y'all are sinners. The Bible says we're made perfect through Christ. The reason why he shed his blood so that we appear as perfect in the Father's eyes. Why are y'all still doing that old slavery, beat down, you never can do anything good mindset? It's clear where you stand. And it's look at the anger in the chat, y'all. Look at the anger from them. This is crazy. They are pissed off that we don't think just like them.
They are.
They are mad, Rollo. Look how mad they are. They are
Yep.
probably having commission fit. I bet they probably slamming the keyboard, tap, 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 about to break the keyboard, break the computer, pissed off. See, this is why Charlie Kirk got unalive. Because
Yep.
they get mad when you hear about bettering yourself. People don't want to better themselves. They want to be lazy. So they looking for the demon rats to put out a bunch of stuff so they can sit on their ass. Yeah, I got my benefits now. I ain't got to do nothing. I can just sit here and get this, get that. I ain't got to lift a finger. I'm tired. Listen, the people that are the most lazy ones are the ones complaining about being tired.
Who's begging for money? Who's begging for money? You begging for money, fool!
Yep. Y'all
You
the
begging
beggars.
for money. You watching me. You sending me money right now.
Exactly. Rollo getting paid off of every comment you leave. Every comment you saying,
I
you
am.
making Rollo rich. Hey, you helping to promote me and my platform just
Yep.
by leaving comments. Thank
No
you.
one respects us. That's a laughter to you. You respect. Listen, you a fan. You was a fan, Stan.
He a fan. He a fan. He a fan. You a fan. You a fan, Kendrick. Listen, everything that guy says, nobody respects you.
Yep.
They're jealous. Listen, they literally tell you what's in their mind, in their hearts.
Yep.
Nobody respects you. Everything that you say about us, you're revealing about yourself. Mic drop.
Exactly.
Look at Mike. No, you're getting all mad. Look at Mike. Mike is the one that's pissed off. Listen, let me say it. You listen. I don't think y'all have figured it out. Those of you that are new, but those that have been with us, we troll the trolls.
Yeah, we try.
Like we enjoy. We're having fun showing you how just ignorant and silly
Exactly.
the trolls are coming to chat on. And you see, they be pissed off because they can't get us mad. They think they be getting us mad.
We
We're
smiling,
making y'all look
money.
silly.
We smiling, making money off your ignorance. We smiling, making money off your ignorance. Nobody told you to be here.
Exactly. The longer y'all stay, the more comments you leave, the more money you just putting in our pockets.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Someone begging. But you're begging for our attention, though. That's the crazy part. Mike, you told on yourself. You was begging. Why you ignoring the chat? Now you see why we ignore the chat, Mike, because you're telling on yourself. So who's begging for whose attention? I don't have to answer the questions. You don't talk to the host like that.
Look, begging, I'm stuffing my face right now. Ain't nobody begging for nothing. I'm blessed. We're blessed. We got
Why you
wants
worried about
and
my
needs.
cash app? See, they don't want me to have a cash app. These demons in the chat don't want me to have a cash app.
Because they don't want to see you get paid more, Rollo. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Just like the wealthy, they don't like to see the wealthy make money. They like,
Yeah.
why they making all that money? Why they got this? Because you's a hater.
Let's
You's a
get to that
hater.
Hakeem Jeffries at the end.
Mm-hmm. And they wonder why wealthy people don't help them out. You wonder why people, listen, I'm done like you know, I was helping a bunch of folks out, putting them on. I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Let's listen to what this demon said. Here we go. I'm gonna let you hear it. Hold on, let me rewind it back a little bit. I'm gonna put the music off. We're gonna end it off with this final segment with this situation, y'all. Hold on. All right, here we go, Brainwaves. I'm gonna let you hear it. I'm gonna send you the link about the new breed thing.
The country is about to face a $536 billion cut to Medicare at the end of the year if Congress doesn't act. They're on defense because they know the Affordable Care Act tax credits are popular with the American people because the American people know that we should be standing on the side of working class Americans. That's what Democrats are doing, as opposed to Republicans always being on the side of the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected.
See the jealousy?
Man, hey, this is what I do, Rollo. This is what I do. I get the people that participate on my shows to vote. Do you think that the people like Mike and Cody, if they're correct, Put whatever number. If you think that Rollo's correct and brainwaves are correct, put a number. I've been doing that. And every time I've been doing it, all the viewers agree that me as the host, or in this case, you as the host, they're correct.
All right, so
They're
let's do this. If me and Brainwaves is correct on what we're talking about, put a 2 in the chat. If the demons, Cody and Mike is correct, put a 3 in the chat. And continue to double tap the like screen. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at
probably the
them.
very last thing that they're worried about, but yet they're commenting like crazy. It's like they can't even go 30 seconds or 20 seconds, maybe even 10 seconds without leaving a comment. Cody and Mike dropping comments every 10 seconds. That's female energy.
Yep, it is.
That's female energy. Come on now. Who's chasing after who? That's the energy I expect from a female to do, Not for supposed to be men. Supposed to be. I mean, y'all chat, y'all boom, 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 comment, 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 comment. Y'all trying so hard. Trying so hard to like make a listen. Every time y'all leave a message, this is what I said before. I'm gonna continue to say it. Y'all make yourselves look silly and silly. You are so blinded by your anger and your rage. That's what be happening on the left. They're blinded. Those Republicans,
That's them. That's them. Yep.
This is a product of their work, y'all. Y'all are witnessing a product of their work in the chat. Here we are giving education, information, and all they did is come up here mad, hating, jealous, picking, looking at stuff that's not even true. See how lies get spread? And then y'all go watch these politicians' videos and go, well, so-and-so said this. They was on TV and it was on this news network and this and this and that. And y'all be believing all it's true.
Exactly. He'll be back, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, you back, Brainwaves.
Oh, see? Listen, I'm in the same spot. I shouldn't even have dropped out.
Right.
But yeah, they this is what these politicians do. Then you got these content creators who share all these videos, and the next you know, people start following them and listening to them, and then you have this firestorm of misinformation going around thinking that that's the case. Because people got agendas. They all got agendas. Listen, people get paid to be on Demon Time. Them people, they getting paid to push these agendas. And you got people that's pushing agendas and they not even getting paid for it. Ringo said it best. At least other content creators, if they talk about something, they getting views, they getting clicks, they getting money, whatever, they getting
Right.
paid to push their lies and their rhetoric. But when it comes to y'all in the chat, what do you, I mean, unless you a paid agent, unless these content creators sent you or some political platform sent you, go
Correct.
ahead
That's
and
what they do. That's what they do.
come on now. Go ahead and admit your affiliation. Why are you so fixated on us? Why are you so focused on us? Why is the focus us? The focus is not your money. It's not your purpose in life. Your focus is not God. Your focus ain't on some women. It's not building better in the community. You focus on us. Your whole argument is me, Rollo, Rollo, me, Rollo, me, Rollo. Sad, man. That's really sad.
It is. Hey, Brainwaves, I appreciate you for coming on. I'm about to go out and take care of my errands and business. While they're going to be looking at their walls all day, ain't going nowhere, doing nothing in life. All they doing is
Facts.
projecting in the chat. So I appreciate Brenda and everybody for tuning in. Brainwaves. Make sure y'all go check out his channel, Brainwaves and Vice Top LLC, Ringo TV Reactions for Apple Studios. Appreciate those who like and share the video. Thank y'all for those who subscribe to the channel. Let's see. Yeah, we almost had 3,200 subscribers. I appreciate that. And it's good to see your channel is growing, Brainwaves, as well as Ringo's. And yes, he will surpass New Broke before you know it.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy about that.
Look, New Broke had been desperate. He put out 2 Diddy videos. He desperate trying to grow his channel. He know what's going on, so he trying to put out 2 and 3 and 4 videos, thinking that that's going to allow him to grow and
Hell, no, ain't gonna work.
surpass.
Ain't gonna
No,
work for
man.
him.
No, and I
That's
gotta see the
correct.
videos that's about
That's
to shut them
correct.
down.
That's correct.
Yes. That's wild. An anti-family party.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Agree. Yep.
Hey,
Well, I guess you be on later on, more likely tonight or
oh no,
sometime
I'll
tomorrow.
be on. No, I'm gonna be on this afternoon. I'm about to get it in. And I got to talk about New Broke because I had a bunch of New Broke videos out lately. I brought up his name, maybe that I'm gonna talk about him, but I just got started talking about him yesterday. I got some videos I gotta break
Us
down.
being, yeah, I got you. Us being lazy. I laugh. Listen, that's why I don't. That's why I got my members thing. I don't show too much because these people will crash out what I show behind the scenes. They'll literally crash out. I know you're gonna start doing some members only videos soon. I'm gonna sign up for your thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, of course, and I got to get back to Ringo, join his membership. I'm gonna have a talk with him because I think certain things are not meant to be told for everybody. People should pay for certain services, like for real. These
Facts.
people pay services to criminals and diluted folks. We pay services to upright the people. That's the difference between us and you clowns. We're not lazy like y'all. You think you could be lazy in Florida, in Georgia, in North Carolina, or Tennessee, or Texas? Yeah, you could be diabolical for the most part in blue cities. Try that in the red state, see what happens. That's why New Broke is looking so zesty. Yo, you seen that new friction hair he put in?
Yeah.
That thing look like it's glued in.
I mean, I, that guy, I got a video just in that too.
He's
I
new
got
glued now.
that guy is a full-fledged joke. And it's like people like it just shows you how many people. I've done polls over the past 2 days, Rollo.
Right,
And
right.
the polls have showed that people prefer to be on demon time
Show
when it
proof
comes
that the
to
blue states pay the red states. You hear what this person saying?
wow. Man, the blue states don't even pull in that kind of money.
Oh my gosh, this
The
is
blue
funny.
states don't even have all them companies like that. And if they do, they companies are cutting, leaving, reduction. You having all types of reduction and stuff.
It's good.
They're losing. They're not winning.
Oh gosh.
Listen, these people, they talk out of jealousy. You can hear it. Well, the blue states are better. Okay, prove it.
My
Prove
politicians
it.
is better than your politicians, liberal. Listen,
They
y'all.
these folks mad. This is hilarious, Rollo. They are
It
pissed
is.
off.
It's funny. It's funny. Oh my gosh.
You're lazy, man. If you wouldn't last a quarter of a day in my shoes, you wouldn't make it just one day, let alone a quarter of a day in my shoes. You talking about lazy? Woo.
If
I
New
bet you
York,
don't.
if New York is the eighth largest GDP in the world, why the millionaires and billionaires is coming to Florida
Back.
or Georgia or Tennessee? Man, your numbers is. Then somebody says, "Let's see how long Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Oklahoma last without a tax dollars." They've been doing pretty well before people migrated to Oklahoma and all those places. What are you talking about? You've
Look,
been lied to.
Alabama has one, like Huntsville is pretty much the fastest growing city in America right now. There's more companies, more homes, more streets, businesses. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the demographics of Huntsville, Alabama, and what how many things. That's why Trump called it Rocket City because it's
Yeah,
growing faster than anywhere right now. That's in the South, right in the South, in one of the places that y'all would say Alabama ain't nothing going on in Alabama. Just watch. See, y'all
yeah.
sleeping on the South. The South is growing right in front of your face, and y'all think it's not growing. This is why all these companies are coming here. Everything is coming here. And the
Yeah.
only reason why, like, you might have some things that, like, for example, when you saw, like, with the some of the stuff in the film industry in Atlanta kind of moving out, it's because they ain't putting up with stuff being on demon time. So they like,
Yeah.
oh, we can't be on demon time. So they's like, we got to go somewhere else to quote unquote be on demon time. That's the only
Exactly.
reason. Outside of that, everything is on. Come on now.
Yeah. That's meant for us, Brainwaves. Get those studios there.
Yeah,
That's meant for us. When our numbers get better and better, we're gonna be owning Tyler Perry Studios and all that soon.
exactly. That's been,
All you have to be
you
quiet
said it.
to mommy about some money in the chat.
I need money. I need money. It's not
Hmm.
enough this. I need more health care. I need more health care. That's all y'all do. Cry about what you need more of, but you ain't putting more in the game. The Bible says you don't work, you don't eat. So how you expecting to eat good, but you ain't putting in no work? You don't bust your chops. You don't put in no work. You lazy. A lot of y'all go put in work for 8 hours. If you even work 8 hours, that's if you even work 8 hours. And then you act like
Right.
you tired and you done.
Right.
You think work stops when you clock out? No, it's just getting started. That's why y'all don't see
Exactly.
me on YouTube all the time, because I'm working.
That's right.
I'm doing something. I make examples for the community, my family in the community. You can ask anybody here around. See, all of y'all don't have no receipts. Y'all just popping off on the internet. And I'm
Yeah.
talking to those that aren't working. Those of you that are working, you got the receipts. Y'all already know what it is. I'm not speaking to y'all. Y'all get it. I'm talking about to these lazy bums who, you're this, you're this. Nobody knows who you are. You don't make a difference. You don't contribute. You don't make sacrifices. You do nothing. Just
They
complain all day.
mad. They mad at us. They
Exactly.
don't got nothing going on. They mad at us. They got nothing going on. They mad at us.
Facts. Street mad.
Did they
Street
hear that?
mad.
Did y'all hear that? You know what's that? That's something powerful.
Did you blow your nose?
That's something about winning. When you winning, you hit the nice civil thing. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say. Brainwaves, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
This is a great one. Our brother Ringo is on, so I'm gonna listen to that while I'm on the road in my earplugs,
Facts.
do my thing.
Facts. For real.
Technically, Utah is not. You say Utah is kind of a red state. Yeah, parts of Utah is a blue. It's blue. Parts of Utah is blue. The colleges are blue states. That's yeah. That's one thing I would say. That a lot of the colleges is liberal. Fortunately, yeah, a lot of the colleges are liberal for the most part. However, even though they are, he did got a lot of people, young people, to have families, think better for America. So it's unfortunate he's gone. Yeah, he did more for black people than black people in the chat claimed they did for black people. So that's why I don't take none of y'all seriously. However, yeah, I just wanted to correct you on your statement. It's a red state, yet it's a lot of liberal colleges in Utah. I've been to Utah. So, yeah. Go ahead, Brainwaves. My fault. You
Oh
there?
no, it's all yeah, no, it's all good. I'm just
Yeah,
basically co-signing what you said. I'm
good.
good.
All right, y'all. So I catch y'all over by Brainwaves when he goes on later on. Advice Topics LLC. I'm going over by Ringo's. Thank y'all for thumbsing up the video. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Double tap the like button on your way out. Appreciate those who supported the work. I'm out. We'll holler at y'all another time. All right, Brainwaves.
All right, fam. Peace.